Live here once again here on this Friday night, or I guess Friday day here in the game. We welcome you live here for the British Grand Prix, one of the most iconic races on the Formula Allegiant schedule. Formula One also real life, one of the most iconic races. We're live here from Silverstone, and yeah, I'm joined by Maddox Speared in the booth once again. So yep, welcome Maddox Speared to the booth.
Yep, it's gonna be a fun race here in Britain.
Yep, is Jack Ward, first car to go out on track. He's in the Aston Martin. Obviously, we didn't get a broadcast last night for the reverse race because I had some stuff to deal with. So apologies for that, but we're live here tonight. You could probably, Maddox, you could probably give us a rundown of what happened last night in the reverse race because obviously I wasn't there, but I know you were.
Yeah. Well, qualifying was pretty interesting. It started off full wet conditions, really, really wet. Then it obviously got a lot drier and drier, but it still was wet though at the end. Dylan Tate put in a fantastic lap to get pole position, but yeah, there was a lot of changes during qualifying. At one point, I think even Jonathan Hibbett was on to get pole, but didn't quite have enough. And then the race, there's a incident into turn one. Yeah, there was a few incidents there, but it was pretty much just a pretty boring, or not boring race, but not a lot happened. I think we had a few safety cars for just retirements, but just a few VSCs. But yeah, Dylan Tate brought home the win. He easily had the fastest car. He dominated. He got Red Bull's, I think, 15th win. I guess you could count if the reverse race, but yeah, it was a pretty strategic race. The tires wore out really quickly in that race, so like after only a few laps, you already saw people pit. Saw a lot of speeding penalties, but yeah, other than that, pretty tame race in Britain.
Yep. As here is Jack Ward here on his lap. He heads up through there and heading up down the old pit straight and heading up into Cop's corner. What a really fast corner right here where Hamilton and Verstappen collided in 2021. Really fast corner right there. Really iconic corner for this track. And they head up into Max and Beckett's. The S's here. Really tough to nail these S's. It's going to be really crucial for your lap as then he heads up down the hanger straight and heading up into Stowe. DRS open down this straightaway. There's a lot of DRS zones on this track, which should lead to a lot of good passing zones and a nice and wide track, which also helps with passing. He heads through Stowe and heading up into the final corners. Jack Ward will be the first car over the line. Gotta be careful not to hit the sausage curbs there. He keeps it nice and tidy. Jack Ward, let's see what the first lap will be. 1:27.2 for Jack Ward.
Yeah. Here's Dylan Tate, your reverse winner. He had great speed on the reverse. Let's see how he can do the other way around, the normal way around. The yellow flag is out. Can Red Bull, and Jonathan Hibbett goes P2, but can Red Bull sweep the first two Britain races in Formula Allegiant? Well, let's see if they can get a good start to it in qualifying. Here comes Dylan Tate. This is probably going to be P1 as easily as P1.
Yeah, great lap from Dylan Tate. He goes to the top of the board. We saw, yeah, Royce Crown. Yeah, it goes to 1:26.9, 5 tenths behind Dylan Tate. Dylan Tate looking good for a provisional pole right now. We'll see though. Billy Kreger next car over the line is in the Alpine. Billy Kreger as he heads up into here. Billy Kreger been a pretty quiet driver this season, but he's got pretty good results. So here he comes heading up out of the final corner, heading up to the line. Billy Kreger, 1:28.1. He stays in fifth. So yeah, that's currently last on the board right now. But yeah, Billy Carter typically I feel like he usually has better race pace, and yeah, I would definitely look out for him tonight because I feel like he kind of almost ramps up over the whole race weekend, almost like Oscar Piastri, but like not, you know. He usually is able to probably sneak in like a podium or something, and yeah, he goes from there.
Yep, James Sadek on his out lap, as he was obviously your Japanese Grand Prix winner. Finally got that first career win, obviously last week. So yeah, here comes James Sadek. He will start his lap. See if he can go back to back. He's obviously a long ways back in the points, but Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Also, your points leader, Royce Crown, second. I didn't mention that, but yeah. Jaden Sadek, heading through here.
Yep. Through Village.
Yeah, really windy sector 1 here, and a pretty windy track overall. But yep, goes down the straight. Brooklands, it's looking pretty good.
Yep. Here we go. Seems nice and tidy up out of left field and heading up into here, heading up and up down the old pit straight and heading up into Cops, is where the start finish line used to be a few years ago. Actually, like maybe a decade ago. But here we go, heading out of Cops and heading up into Max Beckett's. Chance Next seems like a pretty solid lap for the Alpine with 11 minutes left in qualifying. Oh, yeah, we're a little bit wide, but it still seems all right for the Alpine as he heads down the hanger straight. Once again, heading up into Stowe. As here he comes, heading up into Stowe. Oh, touched the grass there. Not a great Stowe corner for him, but heading up into here. The Alpine heads up through the final corners. What can Jaden Sadek do? Can he back up his first career win here tonight? Is heading up out of the final corner. He goes up to third. Jaden Sadek goes just ahead of Jack Ward, 10th up ahead of Jack Ward, but still has a lot of time to find to get to Dylan Thake. But he did make a few mistakes on that lap, so I feel like he could probably improve.
And here's Landon Barrow now. He's shown a lot of flashes of speed this year. He's had maybe some race winning pace, a few races that he hasn't been able to quite close it out. Landon Barrow now heads up into Cox. Let's see his teammates P2. Williams starting to pull away with the Constructors Championship as they're one of the few teams, really only one of the two teams that consistently have both drivers show up. Them and of course Alpine. But it looks like a decent lap for Landon Barrow now as he goes up through here. He probably pushes all the way up. It's a late braking zone through here. Got to brake as late as possible and turn. It looks really clean. So flags are out. The slow car up there, but Landon Barrow now through these corners. This is actually looking like a pretty good lap. Oh, a little bit wide there. Up to line. This is looking like a pretty good lap for Landon Barrow now.
Oh, he goes up to third, just had a chance to deck. That's a really good lap for Landon Barrow now. Puts in a great lap just behind his teammate Royce Crown. Barely ahead of Chance Sadek, but a great lap for Landon Barrow now. He's showing some good pace so far here in the first parts of qualifying. About midway through qualifying, I should say. But yeah, he goes up to third. Now everyone's set a lap. We have the lap data up now as because obviously everyone's starting their second runs here qualifying, so we can see if they're improving or not. And yeah, here comes Dylan Thake to start his second lap here in qualifying. He's top of the board by a good margin, but he's looking to improve even more as here comes the Red Bull heading up through here. He's trying to sweep the weekend after winning the reverse race, and now trying to win the normal regular British Grand Prix. Is heading up through here and heading up down the Wellington Straight and heading up into Brooklands. We'll see. He is improving a 10th.
Yeah, Dylan Thake. This is obviously his home Grand Prix. The British, specifically English driver from England. He's now up through here. This looks like a great lap for Dylan Thake so far, and he's already up. I think the home support from his fans are helping him on pace this weekend as he heads up into Madison Beckett as everyone is starting their second laps. Could be the final laps for some people, but probably not. But through here, oh, a little bit wide, but still pretty good. He's up 2 tenths, nearly 3 tenths. Dylan Thake, I think if he can improve by a little bit more, he might be able to lock up the pole, honestly. Here he comes. Oh, he went wide.
Oh, yeah. Heading out still and heading up into the final corners. Dylan Thake, this seems like a really good lap. Also, Jack Ward went to second. We forgot to mention that. But here comes Dylan Thake heading up to the line. Oh, it was an improvement by 2 tenths. 1:26.1 for the Red Bull of Dylan Thake. As
Jonathan Hibbett heading through these final corners. Oh my goodness, a ton of understeer there as he goes through here. Jonathan Hibbett. Yep. He had decent speed in qualifying yesterday. Oh, he got stuck on the curb.
That was a big moment right there. He still improved, but yeah. Not a great lap. Still, that kind of ruined his lap, and not the best lap for Jonathan, but he's definitely going to look to improve on his final lap in qualifying. Usually, these drivers will make 3 runs in qualifying, so yeah, that's the second of probably the 3 that Jonathan Hibbett will make. But yeah, he's probably on a pretty good lap until he hit that curve. The curves are like a little bit sensitive in this game because obviously there's one kind of like that in Bahrain, not to that extent, but yeah, and also in Austria, and I forgot if it was the reverse or the normal, but there's one in in the sweeping corners where that you can hit, and it kind of does that same effect.
Yeah. Tough luck for Jonathan Ibbett, but he's going to have one more run as Billy Prager cutting some grass. He's trying to get rid of a lot more. He almost can't have. But yeah, he's starts our lap. I went to town out Billy Prager in the race, like you said. He's really good on pace, and he also has pretty good strategies usually in the race. So Billy Prager comes through here. He's going to start his second lap. He's probably can improve, maybe a position, maybe 2. But we'll have to see as goes through here. We'll start his lap with just under 6 minutes to go.
Yep, as here he comes, heading up into turn 1, flat out, right through there. Similar to Cops, but a little bit less tighter. But here we go, heading up into Village and heading up the 2 hairpins right here and heading up into the Wellington Straight. We'll see if Billy Crager's improving. He's definitely going to want to try to find the time. He wants to at least get to the 127s because he's the only one in the 128s right now. He is improving a 10th, and that would, I don't think it would put him at a 128 flat, so he's got to find 2 tenths here to try to get up into the 127s as here he comes. Heading up through here and heading down the old pit straight. We'll see as he heads up into Cops. This is where probably the most time is found, heading up into this final sector. As here we go. Oh, it slides! Heading up through Cops. What a save for Billy Kruger. But yeah, that's not
great though.
Yeah, not good for his lap though. Yeah, but still, that was a big moment there for the Alpines. That was a good job hanging on to it, but yeah, it's gonna kill his lap.
Here's Royce Crown. Royce Crown is up 3 tenths. He can maybe get in the striking distance of Dylan Tate. Royce Crown, your championship leader, your points leader. He pulled off He's pulled off an interesting move for second yesterday in the reverse. What can he do in qualifying today? This is gonna be. He's probably barely. I'm not even sure if he's gonna make it back in time for another lap. He probably will, just barely. Here comes Royce Crown. It's a good lap.
Yeah, he gets to 126.4. That's what Dylan Thake set on his first run, though.
Jane Sedek is also on a really good lap as he goes through these final corners. It's gonna be a great lap, I think, for Jane Sedek.
Yeah, it's up to second, 126.3. Good lap for Jane Sedek. He's now 2 tenths behind Dylan Thake. Jane Sedek seems pretty fast as always here in Silverstone. As we have about 4. Oh, he just cuts the whole section to try to get to the pits. But yeah. Like I was saying, about 3 minutes and 45 seconds left here in qualifying. Got to get to the pits and try to get in and out of the pits. Just change those tires and go for another lap. As Jade Sneck ended up through there. But here comes Landon Baranow. Yeah,
Baranow. That's a good lap.
Yeah, he goes up to 4th, 126.7. Still, still pretty good. Just lurking behind the top 3 right now as Jack Ward's on his out lap here. I think he's going to be the next car set lap. This is going to be his final lap most likely. So we'll see what Jack Ward can do here.
Yeah, I think that's actually going to be it for Landon Baranow. Definitely, it's going to be it for Baranow. So I think the best he can do is that lap because I just don't think he's going to have enough time. But still decent. Jane Sedek has really been fast recently. At the start of the season, he was decently quick, but he's ramped it up, and he's fast. Been fast recently. Oh my goodness, what the heck? He full sent it into the pit, and he almost. I think that would have actually. He would have. I don't think they were ghosted. That he almost hit Royce Brown. That could have made them both DNF. But yep.
Yeah.
Dylan Fake on his out lap.
Yeah, Jack Ward. I'm watching Jack Ward right now. I didn't check if he was improving in Sector 1, but here he comes heading up into the old pit straight once again. He's up.
Yeah. He's up by 3 tenths.
Yeah, he's on a good lap here. He's looking to go ahead of Landon Barrow now, but I don't know if he's going to have enough to get to the top three. As here he comes, Jack Ward. He's won one race this season. He won the Austrian Grand Prix, and
Oh
yeah,
no!
something went. Oh no! But he runs wide. That's it's going to kill his lap. Yeah, now he's not improving, and that's it for Jack Ward, unless he wants to go for another lap. But the tires, those top tires are definitely going to be a lot more. But I think that's what he's going to try to do. He's going to charge up that ERS and just try to go for another one. But yeah, I don't know if he's going to have enough to um, get proof ahead. It's also Landon Barron. I was just like stopped
I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I was watching. I don't know what he was doing. Honestly, well, that's it for him. Yeah, he was going to be fourth for now. Jack Ward also, not sure what they're doing. Like I don't really know. Maybe it's something we don't know, but they're just kind of stopping at the pit entrance. Maybe, I don't know. Anyways, Dylan Tate starts his lap.
Yep, as here he comes. Dylan Fake looking to get into the 125, so it should be an absolutely steamer of a lap. As here we go heading up through here. Dylan Fake heading up through Village. Seems pretty clean for the Red Bull. As here we go heading up into the Wellington Straight. As Jay Seck went ahead and retired, so he's that was his final lap with a 126. 3. Royce Crown should barely make it around to, I don't know, it's going to be close for Royce Crown if he's going to make it. Oh no, Dylan Thank spins! Dylan Thank spins, and now he is left with that 126-1, which still could be Paul, as Royce Crown cutting the track to try to get to the line, to get his lap in. He's absolutely rushing to get to the line. He has 30 seconds to make it. I think he will. But yeah, that's it for Dylan Thank, and that opens the door for Royce Crown here to steal pole position.
A mega lap from Royce Crown, can get him pole by just, Jason didn't have enough time, he didn't even exit the pits, but this is just between Royce Crown and Dylan Tate, which is pretty much how it's been all weekend long. It's going to be just enough time.
Yeah, Clark's running out. He's going to cross line 5, 4 seconds left as here we go. He starts his lap, his final lap. We'll see. He has to find 3/10 here to try to get to Dylan Thake's time as he heads up to here, heading up into Village. He has Landon Bear now here. He's, he finished, so it's just his AI. That might not help Royce Crown, though. He'll get a little bit of slipstream, though. As here we go. He's going to get a little bit of slipstream. Oh, man. He wanted to get as much slipstream as he could. As here we go, heading up through here. He's not improving enough, though. He's barely up by about 8 thousandths. He was up, and that's not enough to get him to pole position. He could even get to second, though, if he could just improve a 10th. As here we go, heading down the old pit straight. The Williams will see what he can do as he heads up into Cop's corner.
Billy Prager up to 6. That one looked like a really good sector 1 for Royce Crown. I just don't know if it's going to be enough to manage some benches. This is where a lot of time could be found or lost. You got to slow it down this last part, which he didn't. No, he didn't.
Oh, yeah, that's it. And Royce Crown's going to have to settle for a third. Jonathan Ibbett also finished his lap while we were watching Royce Crown. He improved to 127.4, but that's still 7th for Jonathan Ibbett. But Royce Crown heads up into the final corners. Not going to be an improvement for the Williams. And that will pretty much do it as Royce Crown heads up to the line. Not an improvement. And Royce Crown stays in third. And Dylan Thank on pole position for the British Grand Prix.
Yep, great lap there. Home crowd applauds and see the results. But great lap from Dylan Tate. I mean, I think honestly, if the Royce Crown didn't mess up out of 9 conventions, he could have had a chance. But it's just such a tough corner.
We're gonna go ahead. I forgot to explain this to you guys, but Jonathan is actually running a different number to honor one of his drivers that he races against in Realistic Performance League (RPL). He unfortunately passed away, so he's running a number to honor him, and we're gonna go ahead and just do a little moment of silence for him. So yeah, we'll go ahead and just do a moment of silence before the formation lap starts here. yeah, thank you guys for doing that with us if you guys chose to do it. But yeah, prayers go out to his family. I'm not sure who it was. Jonathan didn't say, but whoever it was, we do say prayers for their family. I know how tough this can be, but
yeah.
yeah.
Just want to say real quick, time is precious with people you know, people you love, so you gotta, make the best of it. If there's anything, life can change in a second, so, yeah, even if we don't like them, even if there's someone you don't like, still, just pray for them, and, yeah, hopefully Jonathan Hibbett can, bring that number home in good standing time. I hope they maybe get a podium, or maybe get a win, because you know how Britain is. But yeah, anyways.
Yep. But yeah, I'll try to get their tires warmed up here on this formation lap. As I don't know what they're doing. Okay, I don't know what they're doing. Third on back. The first and second are doing great, but I don't know what. Yeah, I don't know what these guys are doing. Treat it like it's an actual race.
Yeah. They're doing some NASCAR style double file.
Yeah. What is happening? I don't know why this stuff always happens in part of Allegiant. We just have the weirdest formation laps, but yeah. See, I think warming up this tires yep. This is the rest of them catching up. Oh gosh! What the heck?
Oh my
god!
Oh my!
Yeah, on the lap.
Everybody's on the medium. Maybe they're doing this on an honor. The drive from RPL. I'm not sure. Maybe that might be why, but yeah, they're. It's not cool, but okay, someone's cutting the grass. It's a very chaotic formation lap. Lap. So Billy Prater is now. Okay.
Yeah. Here we go. Oh, Billy Prater got the squad formation lap. All right. You don't want to get the squad formation lap because when you line up on the grid, you'll be further back and you won't get as good of a jump. But all right, here we go. Everyone lines up on the grid, and here we go for the British Grand Prix. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights, and it's lights down. Let me go right away for the British Grand Prix. Here we go. Don't think it's off to a good jump. Same with James Deck as he's alongside Dylan. They getting up through turn one. Got really close to contact. Someone's running wide back there. It looks like it's Jack Ward heading up into Village. Here comes Royce Crown heading up to the inside as that's Asmar running wide back there again. But here we go. Dylan Think still leads the field as they head down the Wellington straight and heading up into Brooklands. Dylan Think goes defensive over James Deck as James Deck in the slipstream but can't get the run heading up into Brooklands.
Yeah, James Deck with a great start again. He's been really good at race starts this season. As Jack Ward's penalty does not count. Just lap one. I don't really know why they gave him a penalty that quickly. But up in the Cops corner, Red Bull leading up in the Cops corner, shades of 2021, but James Deck not quite close enough to get there. Oh, big one! Oh no!
Oh no, Dylan Think off the road, and now he falls all the way down to 6th, and that is unfortunate for Dylan Think. I'm not sure what happened. I was watching the battle for, I believe it was 5th or 4th, as yeah, Dylan Think unfortunately spins out, and James Sedette gets the lead of the British Grand Prix.
Just got loose off of Cops, which we saw, forgot who did that in qualifying, might be Billy Prater, I don't know, but that was a big slide, and now just like Japan, James Sedette and Royce Crown going at it. But I wouldn't count out Dylan Think because he's still really fast. But yeah, James Sedek leads here in Britain as we complete one lap.
Yep, as the Alpine leads the field here. That's unfortunate for Dylan Think. He's still not out of contention though. We still have 26 laps here in this British Grand Prix, 25 laps left in this British Grand Prix. So anything can happen here. We've seen it before. Part of the Allegiant is yeah, James Sedek looking to get the British Grand Prix win, getting his second win in a row. He obviously last season the British Grand Prix got really close to winning, but unfortunately he disconnected. But here comes Royce Crown to the inside, can't get there. But yeah, Jay Sadek looking to get some redemption from last season because he had really good pace, but unfortunately was just not able to get there. He probably would have battled Sam Lewis and David Albon that race. That was also the same race where Sam Lewis and David Albon came together up in Stowe, and yeah, Sam Lewis came home with that victory. A really great race. But going back here to this race, Jay Sadek still leads the field, but Royce Crown might have a go at him heading up down the hangar straight, heading up into Stowe. We'll see. Is heading up out of the S's and heading up down the hangar straight. Is Royce Crown close enough?
I think he is. He's got a huge run into here. Does he go for the maybe does? And side by side, he's gonna have to back out, nearly contact, but up to the final corners, he's gonna have a run. Jack Ward passes Jonathan Ibbett into these corners. James Sedette is defensive. Oh, switchback coming from Royce Crown, not quite enough. He gets caught on for a little bit. Sedette leads, but Royce Crown is much quicker right now.
Yeah, here he comes.
Third one. Oh.
He tries the outside. Can he get there? What a move from Royce Crown all the way around the outside and heading up in a village. He takes the lead in the British Grand Prix. Royce Crown looking for his third win of the season. And Royce Crown takes the lead of the British Grand Prix. But now James that kind of falling back, but he's going to have the DRS to help him out. As heading down the Wellington straight. Is he close enough down this straightaway to make a move into Brooklyn? He's gaining. Can't get there though.
Yeah, that was weird. It almost looked like Sedek let him by in the terminal, but then he was also going defensive. Really weird as Jack Ward up to third. Jack Ward is very fast. He passes Landon Barron now. Dylan Sake's also up there. Side by side into here. Uh-oh. Jack Ward, Landon Barron now side by side. Maybe in the cop corner. Someone's going to have to back out. Landon Barron out there.
Yep, always going to get a big run, though. Here he comes, heading up into the S's. This is not where you want to go side by side either. Oh. He backs out once again as, oh my goodness. It's really close contact between Jonathan Hibbett and Dylan Thakis. That was Landon Bear now ran off the road, but fighting for the lead. It's James Sedek going to take the lead back, just like how Royce Crown did, and James Sedek takes the lead back, heading up through Stowe.
But he's going to get to the inside of Landon Bear now. These four absolutely fighting it out. He sends it Dylan Tate up to fourth. He just got two.
Oh!
He is really sliding there. Here comes Landon Bear now. But I just Dylan Tate's much quicker. I think overall he's going to pull away. Dylan Tate up to fourth. He's trying to do Jack Ward did at Austria last to first. So, yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Here we go. As there's Jonathan Hibbett. Here he comes to the rear gear box of Landon Bear now. Hibbett looking for fifth. As here he comes to the inside of Landon Bear now. He goes to the inside of the Williams. The Sauber. Can he take fifth place? He goes side by side still. Heading up through left field. This course really inviting to go side by side through. Can he get there? He's still there with a almost contact. As heading up into Cops. Heading down the whole pitch straight. Heading up into Cops as the Sauber gets up to fifth, but he's going to be still at risk of Landon Barr now in the DRS zone out of the S's and Hanger straight. But here he comes looking into the S's, can't get there. He's not going to wait for the DRS zone on the Hanger straight. But looking back at the front, James Duck now kind of pulling away from Royce Crown as here comes Dylan Thake though heading up down the Hanger straight right behind Jack Ward. Here it comes to the outside, and now Dylan Thake gets up to third position after his mistake on lap 1.
Yeah, Dylan Thake absolutely flying. He's not going to try to catch these top two. Dylan Thake overall is just really fast here in Britain. Jack Ward, he kind of doesn't count. He's fourth. And yeah, things start to get a little bit spread out here in Britain, but the battle is still on for first. Jay Sedek, Royce Brown, these two really been battling for 2 straight races. As up through here, it's gonna be DRS for Royce Crown. I don't think it's gonna be close enough though. Lap 5 here in the British Grand Prix. Through here. A slide from James Sedek as he recharges his DRS. Jack Ward is kind of hanging with Dylan Tate. I mean, don't think it's not pulling away a whole lot, but
Yeah, it's looking a lot like David Albon and Sam Lewis last season, an Aston Martin and a Red Bull, but two different drivers. Says lap 5 here in the British Grand Prix. Chase Deck still leads over Royce Crown, but Royce Crown gaining, heading up through the S's and heading down the hanger straight. Here comes Royce Crown. Didn't get a great exit though. Still gonna have the DRS though, heading up down the hanger straight, but not able to get there. Chase Deck still keeps the lead at 6/10 again.
Yeah, I think it's gonna stay like this for a lot of the race. These two just staying in DRS of each other. But yeah, through here it's race going by kind of quickly. Already onto lap 6, and Sadek still leads here in Britain as Landon Barrino and Jonathan Hibbett battling for 5th, and Allegiant, who's right behind them, lurking behind them, is Billy Prager, who's had a rough start, but he's like we thought, he's up here now trying to make some passes, and I wouldn't be shocked if he somehow maybe manages to get up into the top 5, maybe the top 3 at the end of the race with how his speed is. But as here comes these two ahead battling, Jonathan Hibbett, Landon Barrino, good friends, as Landon Barrino's not going to be quite close enough, I don't think, down this straight, but not quite enough, as what's his name? Dylan Stage is pulled away, and Jack Ward's out of the RS range of Dylan Stage. So that battle's pretty much over for now, but yeah.
Yep. As here we go, Royce Crown, 5/10 the gap. I don't think he's gonna be close enough. Heading down the hanger straight down the dirty air, heading up through Maggots and Beckett's. I cannot talk, but yeah, heading up through here. Still, it was actually a better exit than he had last time around. Here he comes. He's gonna have a run heading up into Stowe, but not gonna quite get there. As here we go, heading up through Stowe. Went down to 3/10 now, 4/10, 5/10 in the dirty air. We got a good exit heading up into the final course. They're fighting here. That's Landon Barrino and Jonathan Hibbett. Landon Barrino gets up to 5th. These two are going to be going at it. These three, I should say, are going to be going at it here for 5th probably for a while. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that. But yeah, Chance Sadek stays in the lead, but we'll see how much longer he can.
Yeah, I think I don't think it's not really gaining. Yeah, a huge slide. I mean, he's not really gaining on these two, which is shocking. I think he's been when he's passing all these days, he's kind of worn out his tires, and he's just not gonna quite have the speed. But I still wouldn't be shocked if he catches up. And I just don't think it's gonna be on these tires, because he's just not really gaining. It looks like he has a lot of speed on a straight in the straight to get about 3/10, but in the corners it's just where he lacks. But oh, James Sadek pulling away. Oh! James Sadek pulling away. He's pulled away out of the RS range. That's huge.
Yeah, but he's gaining again. I think James Sadek might have been charging up the RS down that old pit straight. Now Royce Crown back in the DRS range. As here we go, heading up through the S's. As there's some fighting. Billy Kreger up to 6th.
Yep, I think Hibbett let him by, but
yep. Here we go. Yeah, Royce Crown a bit further back than he was a lap ago to James Sadek, so he's gonna be not gonna be there this time around. Heading up through Stowe. That's probably the best passing zone is Stowe because of that long straightaway before the hanger straight's really long straightaway. So yeah, great spot to try to make some passes. As here we go, heading up through the final corners. About 7/10 the gap between the Alpine and the Williams, and that's the Red Bull of Dylan Thake lurking behind. He is gaining a little bit. He gained a little bit that lap, 2.3 the gap as they head up into Village. Yeah, about 9/10 the gap now between the Alpine and the Williams. That Williams just got to focus on sustaining that DRS range to James Sadek.
Yeah, I think now we're getting to that window where we start to wonder about strategies. I think they might be going for a 1-stop, but I'm not 100% sure. Maybe 2-stop, but I just think maybe they just go on to the hards from here. But yeah, James Sadek is gaining. Pretty much the only battle on the track, but Billy Krager is gaining on Landon Barrino. He tries to enter the top 5. Billy Krager, I'm not shocked about this at all. He's just, I don't know, he's just much better on the longer runs of this race. It's just got a much better rotation through there. He's gaining on Landon Barrino. We head up through here. It's not really quiet enough. And we top the corner. actually, he like downshifted and let off there into what Bryce says Maddox and Beckett's here. Royce Crown, not quite enough. Royce Crown, then back to the lead. Royce Crown gaining, but enough.
Yep, here we go. Yeah, Royce Crown. As oh, Jason Deck goes into the pit lane. You see, maybe going for a 2-stop. Yeah, Jason Deck goes into the pit lane, and now that tells us that pit stops are starting up. Here comes Jack Ward heading up into the pits here on lap 8 as. That's also Landon Barrow heading up to the pit. So 3 cars head into the pit lane here for the first stops of the day.
I think Jonathan Hibbett might have got a puncture because he's like 10 seconds back. The other spun or something happened to Jonathan Hibbett. His tires look really, really worn. That's tough for Jonathan Hibbett, man. Yeah, he has a puncture. He has a puncture on the left front.
Oh, that sucks. He'll still get still get new tires though, so it won't be race over for Jonathan Hibbett, but he's definitely going to be really far back and have a lot of work to do. As yeah, it's unfortunate for Jonathan Hibbett. James Neck comes out in 4th. The top 3 still yet to pit. As James Neck about 12 seconds behind the Alpine of Billy Krieger's. Yeah.
Sorry, but James said I put on the He put on the mediums, and obviously he started on the mediums, so he's definitely doing he has to do a 2-stop. That's interesting. I don't know. That's an interesting call. Yeah, since he's on the mediums, he is. So, James Deck, maybe not. Maybe we're not doing a 1-stop then.
Yeah, I mean, there is a lot of technical corners on this track where it can kind of burn out the tires. So maybe the 2-stop would be better. I mean, I think it's gonna be a 2-stop anyway if they pit that early into the race. Yeah, that's interesting though for James Deck. He'll probably go on the hards on the next stop. So I'm assuming like Jack Ward and Landon Barrow are going for mediums, hards, mediums. Unless they're just gonna try to get to the hard, they're gonna try to get to the hards to the end, but I doubt that's gonna happen because they pit so early in the race. But yeah, James Deck still guaranteed to make another pit stop because he has to switch that compound from the mediums to the softs to the hards. He just has to switch the compound at least once during the race, and James Deck still has yet to do that, so he's gonna have to make another stop anyway. So I think that's probably just part of the plan for James Deck. But looking back at the front, actually Dylan Thanks closed into almost DRS race to Royce Crown.
Yep, Dylan Thanks, he is definitely fast, and he's about a second back. Let's see if Dylan Thanks can get in the DRS range right there. I don't know when the detection zone is, but he's definitely close in that DRS range. I don't know if he got it though.
Yes, here we go, heading up through Maggots and Beckett says, about a second the gap. Can he gain a little bit off the S's though? Not quite. He didn't gain. He actually lost time as heading down the hanger straight. The Rebel did not get DRS, but I think next lap he most likely will because he is gaining rapidly. Now he's inside the DRS range, heading up through Stowe. As Royce Crown slip is same with Dylan Thank.
Yep, definitely a 2-stopper unless you're Justin Jewell who goes 21 laps on I forgot what tires with the hards, but yeah. Here comes Billy Krieger. He stays out, which is not shocking because he probably saved the tires better. But yeah, Billy Krieger will take the provisional lead of the Grand Prix.
Yep. So Billy Krieger gonna lead a lap here tonight. Probably gonna lead some more laps if he stays, depending on how long he stays out. James Next, that's the fastest lap. We'll see where does pit strategy shake out. James Next goes into provisional lead here in the British Grand Prix by a lot. Holy cow! 6 seconds. The gap between Royce Crown and James Next. That's how big the undercut is. I mean, I think he pit like 2 laps before Royce Crown, and yeah, he pulled away 6 seconds just from that. So James Neck, this strategy might be actually pretty good, but he's gonna lose time later in the run on those mediums. He might lose time honestly now because he's done 2 laps on those mediums, so he might still lose some time to the hards. Yeah, that's big for James Neck, and yeah, that probably caught everyone off guard because I did not expect that undercut to be that big.
Yeah, he gained nearly 7 seconds on Royce Crown. Yeah, I think this is either way, it's a good call from Jane Sedek. He probably can go till I'd say about lap 18, 19, maybe then put on the hards, or if he wants to push it, maybe lap 20 or 21, and maybe put on the softs. It's gonna be interesting to see. It's still not really. You don't really want to go back to back on the same compound, but yeah, as he's gaining on Billy Prager, the gap is almost about 5.5 seconds. Jane Sedek, it's a 1-2 for Alpine also, but Jane Sedek, really good speed recently. As Jack Ward is also, he almost jumped Dylan Tate, but not quite enough.
Yes, yeah, he is in that DRS range though, so we're gonna want to watch this battle here. 7/10 the gap between Jack Ward and Dylan Fake. Jack Ward really sent it in there. He's gonna lose a little bit on exit, but yeah, Dylan Fake fourth right now. He did lose a little bit of time to Royce Crown on that pit stop, and it won't help if Jack Ward starts fighting Dylan Fake, because obviously that's not what you want to do if you're trying to catch up to the car up front. But yeah, 4 seconds the gap between Jay Stick and Billy Kreger. I think Billy Kreger. I don't know. Maybe he's trying to do what Justin Jewell did last time out and try to go really long on the I guess the mediums in this case. It was in Japan. It was hards for Justin Jewell, and yeah, Justin Jewell was able to go like about 20 laps on those hards. So I think maybe the Alpine's trying to do a version of that, just on the mediums. As we'll see, does he come into the pits this time? Yes, he does. So yeah, Billy Kreger comes into the pit lane, but he's gonna have much fresher tires than everyone else. But he's gonna lose a lot of time, obviously. As yeah, we'll see where he shakes out. Jan Zek takes the lead of the British Grand Prix. Royce Crown's actually kind of, I think Royce Crown's kind of gaining the. Actually, I don't know. The gap's being weird right now, but yeah, Billy Kreger goes up to the hard. Shade Stick, the only one on the mediums, and he's on a little bit a little bit worn mediums, because obviously he went a few laps. He went into the pits a few laps earlier than everyone else. As Billy Kreger, we'll see, he's gonna shake out in 6th. Obviously, Jonathan Hibbett in 7th. He had that puncture early on, just a few laps ago, and yeah, that's set him back quite a lot. So unfortunate for Jonathan Hibbett. But yeah, the gap has reduced between Jay Stick and Royce Crown. Royce Crown definitely a little bit faster, because he has a little bit fresher tires than Chance Sedek, but still 5 seconds he's going to have to catch. So I think by the time he gets there, it might won't be equal, because obviously the hards definitely wear a lot faster, but it'll probably be or wear a lot slower. So it'll probably be around pit stop time when he might catch him. So yeah.
Yeah, just want to mention, we're talking about him, Justin Jewell has, fortunately left FA, so, I don't know, because he was just unhappy with, his penalty, but yeah, he left to form Allegiant, so I just want to mention that, because, yeah, I talked about him, but said Justin Jewell was out with FA, that's, open Ferrari, not having the best of seasons, I don't even know if they, yeah, but yeah, yeah, things are pretty much spread out. Nothing really happening. Don't they kinda near Royce Crown, but not quite enough. Yeah. Come on. Yeah, we're kind of. I want to point out we're kind of entering that part of the season where it's gonna be a really fun part of the season. Pretty chaotic part of the season though, as obviously after this we have. For the first time, actually for the second time, we're doing a double header in our country. We're going to the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix in Imola, and then we're doing the Monza Grand Prix, Italian Grand Prix in Monza for the next 2 Grand Prix, so that's going to be a fun stretch. And we have Netherlands and the Netherlands reverse, that's another reverse race, the final reverse race. And then we have Singapore, so yeah, I just want to mention all the upcoming races, not much is happening. It's going to be interesting here, see the championship fight. It's looking good for Royce Crown, as he's gaining even more points, on Jack Ward. Is actually Dylan Tate starting to catch Royce Crown, maybe almost in DRS.
Yeah, Dylan Tate catching Royce Crown, while Royce Crown catching up to Jay and Sadek. But but yeah, it'll be interesting next week in Imola, because yeah, Imola's obviously one of the new lidar scan tracks in this game. So we'll see how the drivers kind of tackle that. That'll be interesting to see. It'll be the first Imola broadcast we get, most likely. Because yeah, we didn't get one last season. It was raced through the season in Imola last season, but we did not get a broadcast for that because I think I was like busy or something. So we did not get a broadcast for that. Yeah, it'll be the first Imola racing broadcast. So be sure to tune in to that next week. But we'll go a little bit more into detail on that after the race. But yeah, lap 15 here. Royce Crown catching up, but Dylan Thick is right there with Royce Crown though. 5/10 the gap, about half a second. Is heading up through here, heading up in the cops. Here comes the Red Bull. Can't get there in the cops, so I'll probably get there on the hanger straight.
No, don't spin out there, Dylan Tate. I've spun out lap 1. They're really gaining on Jane Sedek, but I think it's still going to work out for Jane Sedek. But yeah, through here, you don't want to carry too much speed, which almost what Dylan Tate did. Touch the grass, DRS enabled. Not going to have enough through here. Yeah. But I think Dylan Tate's obviously just much faster. Not much faster, I shouldn't say much faster, but just faster, a little bit faster than Royce Crown. It's been like that all weekend. Dylan Tate's been the one to beat. But now, Jane Sedek probably.
Yeah, Jay's back in the pits now, so he's going to go on the hards, probably, I'd imagine. The last 10 laps of the race.
That's an interesting call. He's kind of flip-flop what they're doing, but he probably will have an advantage maybe at the end, but he pits. He will probably come out, yeah, probably 4th. Well, maybe 5th. Be close to Landon Barra now, but I think he's going to come out. Oh, it's going to be close. Yeah, I think 5th, maybe 6th.
Yeah, it looks like 6th for Chase Deck as, yeah, here we go. Royce Crown now leads, but Dylan Thake right there, though, with Royce Crown as here comes Dylan Thake, though. You guys, about, the gap's kind of reduced by about a 10th since the last lap. So he's a little bit closer, but it's going to be in a little bit more dirty air, though, for the Red Bull, as there's Billy Krieger getting around Landon Bear now. So Billy Krieger gets up to 4th, even a lot later than everyone else for the first stop. So yeah, Billy Krieger up to 4th position. It'll probably be 5th when the strategies all shake out, because Jade Sedek obviously has already made his final pit stop of the day, unless they're trying to go to the end of the race. But no, that's going to happen. Oh yes, not able to get there though. And Stowe, he's definitely wanting to get around Royce Crown though, because he knows he's faster. He's trying to make up for his lap 1 spin. He started on pole, fell down to almost last with that spin he had on lap 1, and now he's back up to 2nd and trying to get this race win. As heading up through here, Royce Crown still leads though. Royce Crown has the most wins this season. I think he's the only multi-winner this season with 2 wins. Looking for his 3rd. He's also won the Austria reverse race, so technically call it 3 races he's won. But yeah, so we're heading up into Brooklyn's. Dylan Tate just trying to find a way around this Williams, but it's very tough here because these two are pretty similar on pace.
Yep. Dylan Tate also has multiple wins if you count the reverse race, and as well, I think he won. He won the Spanish Grand Prix. I think, yeah. So yeah, yep. Here comes Dylan Tate. He's gaining, but he's just not quite have enough. I honestly wouldn't be shocked. It's a long shot, but I wouldn't be shocked if Billy Krieger maybe tries to stretch those hard to the end of the race. I don't know. I don't know if he'll be able to, but if he can, that is going to be really interesting.
Yeah, that could be really interesting if he could. I would try to go for it if I was him, but yeah, because I think he's about 17, or he's a little bit more than like 17. It'd be pretty close if he could. So it'd be pretty close for him if he gets the win, if that happens. So yeah, we'll see what Billy Krieger tries to do with that. But yeah, this fight is still raging on here for the lead. Not really any moves being made right now, but yeah, this Yeah, Dylan Think definitely trying to find a way around this Williams, but it's just tough in that dirty air. As here we go, Dylan Think as he gets the DRS down the Wellington Straight, but can't get there to Brooklands. Oh, a little lockup though for Royce Crown. Keeps it clean though, as heading up through here, lap 18 here in the British Grand Prix. Dylan Think right there though, about 5/10 the gap as heading up into Cops Quarter. He's now 3/10 is James Neck now getting up into 5th place. He's obviously made his final pit stop of the day, so he's probably gonna have the provisional lead at the end of pit cycles, and now he's gone up to 5th.
Yeah, I still feel like it's a little bit early for James Cadet to pit, but you never know, maybe he might work out for him. But here we go, Don't Think for the race lead. He takes it away from Royce Crown. The home crowd roars him on, but here comes Royce Crown. He's not giving him a fight yet. Down the inside. Oh, he locks up. That was huge from Royce Crown. He locked up. He hopped the curve, and he had a little bit of contact with Don't Think. Just a little bit too aggressive. But yeah, Don't Think now pulls away.
Yep, Dylan Think takes the lead of the British Grand Prix. He's now he leads his home Grand Prix, and Dylan Think takes the lead as now he's starting to pull away from Royce Crown. Royce Crown makes a mistake as about 1.2 seconds, 1.3 seconds. Now he's out of DRS. Actually, he got the DRS there, but he's gonna be out of DRS range as lap 19 here, Dylan Think takes the lead, but it's not going to last for too long because obviously they still have another pit stop to make. And Chance Deck, it's going to be interesting to see how the strategies shake out at the end of this race.
Yeah, I think James Deck is going to have the provisional lead, or he's going to have the lead once they pit, but it's going to be at a pretty big disadvantage as well as they're going to be on mediums, which are just faster, so it's going to be interesting to see. It's looking good for James Sadek, but was it too early? We'll have to find out. As Billy Prager down to 5th, but still good for Billy Prager. And if he can stretch those tires, that is going to be huge. He could probably maybe get a podium if he can do that. Definitely, actually. But yeah, Royce Crown really struggling. He might want to come into pit soon, but okay, I don't think they are, but maybe. I don't think they're going to go to the end on these hards, but it's almost looking like they are. Just, I mean, we only have 7 to go. I don't know.
But still, that's a lot of laps to put on those hards. I think they're probably still going to pit, but yeah, I mean, maybe they're trying to get the hards to the end, but I don't know. I still don't really see it because there's still a lot of laps still left in this race. We're on lap 20 of 26. Royce Crown about 1.2 seconds back to Dylan Think. Dylan Think definitely has the better pace though in that Red Bull than Royce Crown. As Jack Ward also in 3rd. He's his penalty obviously doesn't count. He's about 6 seconds behind Royce Crown. He'll probably fall to 4th after pit stop cycle out if assuming these guys make another pit stop. As Chance Deck 4th, Billy Krieger 5th, Landon Brown 6th, and Jonathan Hibbett 7th with that puncture early in the race. He lost a lot of time, and now he's just trying to finish this race.
Yeah, tough luck for Jonathan Hibbett. Hasn't been the season he's wanted, but have to turn it around in the next few races in Italy. But yeah, Royce Crown still just bleeding time. So don't think it's not looking good for Royce Crown to win the Grand Prix, but probably a podium is still in sight, most likely. Yeah, on to lap 21, 6 laps to go.
Yep.
Yeah, race starts to wind down. It's been a pretty calm British Grand Prix, but still pretty interesting at the same time.
Yep. Closest battle on track right now, if it's much of a battle, it's the two Alpines, Chance Sadek and Billy Krieger. Billy Krieger obviously still has the disadvantage on the older tires, but he's kind of keeping up with his teammate, which is interesting. He actually does only have like a few lap older tires than Chance Sadek, so it's not actually too big of a difference. As Jonathan Hibbett into the pit lane once again. that might tell us that there might be pit stops coming our way.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of these guys kind of communicate in the VC, so I wouldn't be shocked if a lot of them come into the pits this time. Jonathan Hibbett just trying to get the best result he can. It's a really torn up car there. 19 obviously in Memorial, the RPL driver, but he puts on the softs. Might as well just push to the end, but yeah, Dylan Fate, we'll see. Will they pit this time? I think they honestly probably should because they're just losing time to Jane Sedek. Dylan Fate doesn't it. Royce Crown doesn't it. So
yeah. I don't know. Maybe there's a chance that that the Sauber could be trying to go just for fastest lap. I know it's not for a point, but maybe it could just be in honor of the RPL driver. Maybe he's just trying to go for that fastest lap. There's a chance because obviously he didn't really have anything to lose. He was really far back, so maybe that's what he's trying to do on those softs. But yeah, we'll see. I mean, there's a chance that these guys are going to the end. I'm not really sure though. It'll be interesting. Jade Sedek, 7 seconds behind Jack Ward. He might catch Jack Ward, but probably not going to catch the Red Bull and the Williams on pace. So yeah, he's going to have to hope that that these guys come into the pits, and if not, maybe for a safety car. But it's getting pretty close to where we can't get safety cars. So yeah, I don't really expect to see safety cars. Landon Burnout into the pit lane. He puts on the medium. So. Yeah, I think there are pit stops coming our way, but it's definitely getting close to the end of this race. So, yeah, we'll see how this works out.
Yeah, if they do pit, which they might have to, but that pretty much seals the deal for Jaden Sedek to get another win because, I mean, at this point, he's 15 seconds back. That's just, yeah. Or what I just thought about, which there is technically no rule. They might be doing what Jarno Opmeer did in PSGL. If you don't know what he did, he basically pit in the final laps, and it technically means they did pit, but it gave him an advantage. I don't know if that's what they're gonna do, but I don't know. If they do, then I don't think it's gonna change much really, but still, I just don't know. They have 4 laps left. The hards are 12 laps old. It's definitely possible for them to stay out maybe, but it's going to be tough. And I also don't feel like Jane Sedek's really gaining that much on Jack Ward. Not a whole lot.
Yeah, well, I don't think that's what they're doing because they already switched their compounds, I think. So I don't think it's really necessary that they do that. But but there's a chance that maybe some people could be thinking about it, like maybe Royce Crown if he were to catch up to Dylan Fake to try to get the win, because obviously that pit lane is a shorter route to the start finish line, so it's definitely that could probably win you the race, but yeah, we don't have a rule for that. We talked about it after we saw what happened, but we never actually like put it in the rule book. So yeah, technically you could do it, but yeah, we'll see if anyone really thinks about that. As yeah, we have about 4 laps to go, coming to 3 laps to go. I don't know if these guys are gonna come into the pits. They might be just trying to go to the end here in this British Grand Prix. If so, Dylan Fake is on track to win his home Grand Prix after starting on pole. He's made up for that lap 1 mistake, and yeah, after 24 laps of racing, he is 4 seconds ahead, 4.5 seconds ahead of Royce Crown here in the lead. As yeah, James Sedek only 3.6 seconds behind Jack Ward, so he's probably going to get up to the podium places, but not going to be enough for the race win, unfortunately, for James Sedek. As yeah, about 3 laps to go here in the British Grand Prix. Yeah, Dylan Fake leads.
Yeah, definitely gonna be disappointed for James Sedek if he does not win, if they don't pit. And I don't see them pitting at this point of the race. I mean, I don't think I would pit with 2 to go unless, or 3, yeah, 2 to go. If there's time left, my tires are like really bad. But yeah, I don't see it really. Pretty big win margin both times if it stays the same. Don't think won by about 6 seconds last night, as my Baron goes quickest, but yeah. He won by about 6 seconds last night, and 5.5 tonight. Don't think definitely, not obviously as fast, not as dominant, but Red Bull, both Red Bulls in history have definitely been pretty quick. Dylan Fake is probably not going to have enough to get the championship, driver's championship, but if he wins, like goes on a big winning streak, it is possible. And it looks like once again, Royce Crown and Jack Ward have finished second and third, which isn't going to really help Jack Ward. I think he entered this like 35 something points back from Royce Crown in the championship, so definitely isn't going to help him, but yeah. He starts 2 laps to go in Britain.
Yep. As yeah, obviously we saw one home. Actually no. Jack Ward goes to the pits. He might have. Did he have a puncture? I see that. He does. That's unfortunate for Jack Ward. And now you gotta question these top two. Could they make it to the end of the hards? Because it's definitely getting close for them. As Chase Dickens up to third, Billy Carter up to fourth. As Jack Ward puts up the softs. He should be fine. Yeah, he'll be fine for a P5, but. Yeah, that is unfortunate for Jack Ward, and now that leaves these guys. That leaves us wondering here if these guys can make it to the end on these hards.
Will we see a 2020 British Grand Prix finish where Hamilton finished on 3 tires? Will these guys finish on 3 tires? 3 tires that aren't punctured. With that interests me because Jack Ward had 2 laps more on those hards than the top 2. And there's 2 to go and 3 to go at the time in the race. So I don't know if these guys' tires are going to make it. Just by examining, I don't think the tires look that worn. Royce Crown's tires look a little bit worn on the front. Dylan Thates don't look as bad. But this could get interesting here in Britain as Dylan Thates is going to head on to the final lap. He obviously stays out. So, yeah.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting as, heading on to the final lap of the race. Dylan Thake looking to become the second home GP winner of the season. Final lap here at the British Grand Prix. We'll see if they can make it around on the tires. But, it's looking like we're going to see another home race GP win for Dylan Thake. Second one this season because obviously Royce Crown won the Canadian Grand Prix, his home race. In spectacular style over Jack Ward. This time it's not going to be in that dramatic of a style if they can make it to the end on tires, that is, because there's definitely not a guarantee. I don't think it's trying to nurse those tires as they head through Brooklands and left field. He keeps it nice and tidy. He's looking pretty good to win this race. He's heading down the pit straight. This is where Hamilton lost his tire in 2020. He's still good now. It's definitely getting close. I can tell.
I don't know if Royce Crown has a puncture. He's definitely slowing up. He's lost about a second on this lap. I think he's gonna make it back. But Royce Crown, that's interesting.
Yes, here we go. Heading out of the S's, heading down the Hanger Straight for the final time. Dylan Thake, he's won once this season. He won Spain in strategic style. They won the reverse race last night. For the reverse race in Silverstone, and now he's gonna come through the final quarters. His home race. He's gonna sweep the weekend. Dylan Thake takes Red Bull on top, and Dylan Thake takes the win in the British Grand Prix. Royce Crown heads up to the line at top 2, nursed their tires to the end. Jason Decker was catching fast, not enough. He finishes in third. Just the wrong strategy for Alpine. As Billy Kreger, it's a great strategy though for Billy Kreger. He's going to come home in the 4th position. And now Jack Ward, who had to make an extra pit stop because his tire unfortunately had a puncture, and he's going to finish the race on the softs. His penalty obviously doesn't count, so ignore that. Jack Ward finishes in 5th as Landon Barrett now heads to the final quarter. On the mediums, he's going to finish in 6th, and then now we have Jonathan Hibbett heading out of the S's on the softs. He's going to be the last car to finish. He's the one that got a puncture early on in the race, as we mentioned before. He's honoring the RPL driver that unfortunately passed away, and he's gonna take it nice and slow, I guess, as he heads up through the final corners. The Sauber, not the day he wanted, but still, nonetheless, he's gonna have to move on and head to the next race. As Jonathan Hibbett finishes in 7th, and that'll do it from Britain.
Yep. Nice there from Jonathan David to honor. It's up the podium. Let's start now.
And that will do it from Britain. Here's your awards. Race winner goes to Dylan Thake. Fastest lap goes to Landon Barrow. Royce Crown driver of the day, and Billy Kreger most overtakes. As here's your results. It's Dylan Thake who wins, and then Royce Crown second, Jason Eck third, Billy Kreger fourth, Jack Ward fifth, Landon Barrow sixth, and Jonathan Emmett in seventh. So, yeah, what a British Grand Prix that was.
Yeah, definitely a good race. It was actually a pretty big winning margin, 8 seconds. They definitely didn't. The race wasn't, however, it wasn't that big of a margin of race though. Just how the strategy ended up. But yeah, fun race there. Fun race to commentate. Then obviously head out of here and you go do interviews. But also everybody, hopefully, if we don't have anything next weekend, we'll see everybody next Friday for the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix.
Yep. We thank Max Beard for taking the time to be in the booth with us. Obviously, he's a co-owner of the league. Yep, let's go ahead and do our interviews here. I do want to point out, though, before we go into the interviews, I really do appreciate Dylan Thake coming out for these races because obviously this is more of an American based league. So the fact that he stays up for these races is actually insane. I don't know what time it is over there in Britain, but it is got to be really late over there because obviously it's about to be 6 p.m. for me, 9 p.m. on the East Coast, and in Britain it's probably maybe midnight or maybe even later than that. So yeah. Appreciate it for taking the time, and he ends up winning his home GP. But let's go ahead and head to interviews here for the British Grand Prix.
Mine and his pace basically swapped, except I'm a little bit faster than he was on.
Anyone quick in this here league? Yay or nay?
They're all. It's basically all of us. Basically in there, we're all same paced.
All right. Now I'll go ahead and start interviews here.
Who the fuck is Oliver Mann?
All right.
What the hell?
Okay.
Oh,
all right.
shit, yeah.
So first up we got Jonathan Emmett. So yeah, I'll go ahead and just start interviews now. So Jonathan Emmett, you ready? Bro. Jonathan Emmett, you ready?
Jonathan.
Jonathan.
Sorry, I was just looking
Okay.
at my phone.
But all right. Yeah, you ready?
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, not the best British Grand Prix. It was just unfortunate because he had the puncture early on in the race, so that just set you miles back from the field. So yeah, just it's not really the British Grand Prix you wanted, but yeah, just swapping through that race from your perspective. I know it's probably kind of boring because you're on your own for a lot of time, but yeah, just swapping through that race from your perspective.
I mean, yeah, we just couldn't save tires to, save our lives. Yeah, we try to do everything for this team and can't give them a good result. We can't. Obviously, didn't give Tiro the tribute that I wanted to give him, but shit happens. So I've been in a performance slump for God knows how long, and I've just been trying to shake it off and can't seem to.
Yeah. So yeah, we have let's see here. We have uh Imola coming up next. So how do you think you'll do in Imola?
Imola fared pretty good around there. I usually have, a decent pace around there, so hoping for at least a top five. If not, it's hit or miss with me. I don't know.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna move on to your
Me,
sixth
what's
place
up?
finisher. Yep, landed bear now. So hey, you ready?
Bryce Crawford. How you doing, sir?
Doing good, but
Okay, David.
anyways, yeah. So yeah, you overall had a pretty good pace today. I would say you had pretty good qualifying pace, and then in the race, you still had pretty decent pace. You're fighting around like fifth place, and yeah, but you came into the pits late on in the race to put on the mediums, and you come home in the sixth position. So yeah, just walk me through that race from your perspective.
Um, I don't think we had the right setup. I wasn't prepared for the tire wear that we had. I know last night when we did the reverse track, tire wear was worse than what it was the night. Um, we're all on mediums, and Pivot got a puncture on lap 8. Like what's going on, EA? Like the medium shouldn't be cooking that hot.
Yeah.
Um, thinking kind of just had a quiet day overall. Didn't really have the pace to keep up because of the tire wear. When I did pit though, I was already on 75%. I didn't want to jinx it because I believe Ward had a puncture coming to 3 or 2 to go whenever it was. So I just gambled and somehow got the fastest lap, stole it off my teammate, which is nice. Proving the Williams should be first in the constructors. So
Yeah. Uh, so yeah, we have Imola coming up next. How do you think you'll do in Imola?
qualifying pace, I'll be the same. Qualifying top 4, or at least should be. I've had great qualifying pace there in the past couple races I've done in other leagues. Another thing to look out for there would be tire wear and fuel. Um, that's really been my two main struggles there. As long as I can get my fuel right at that track, I think I'll be going for a top 5, maybe fighting for P3.
Yep. All right, so we're gonna move on to your fifth place finisher, Jack Ward. So yeah, Jack Ward, you ready?
Crazy fan in the stands somewhere. I don't know, sipping on Haterade, or is it my rear wing?
Yeah. All right. But yeah, you had a pretty good. You're kind of quiet all day for most of the race, but yeah, you unfortunately got punctured late on in the race, and yeah, you had to come into the pits and give up third position, and unfortunately fell down to fifth, and that's where you finished. So yeah, just walk me through that race from your perspective, and yeah, what was it like from your perspective?
When I saw Faded got a puncture early before the puncture window is even supposed to happen on this game, I immediately just boxed, thinking, okay, it's shifted to a two-stop because everyone must not be that far behind. Then I see the leaders going to a 1, and I'm like, okay, well, lap 15 or whatever, the hards didn't wear enough to where I'm like, okay, we'll try one stop, and then just the last couple of laps, it was a game of push or save, and I was trying to do both. Then I just said, okay, we're getting a puncture. And just before 2 to go, you get a puncture. Is what it is, really. I mean, still beat out there, who boxed early for fresher tires, still didn't pass me. Man might need to work on his car and stuff, and not sure that proves Williams should be first in the constructors, or him at least, but anyways. Yep, and was half the gamble. Don't really regret it. It is what it is.
Yep. So yeah, we have Imola coming up next. Do you think you can go for a win in Imola?
Eh, I might be able to. I mean, it's going to come down to setups, tire wear again, and more strategy. So hopefully, I'll do some work this week, get the setup a little better on tire wear, and just hope everything goes good. Otherwise, it's going to be another Silverstone.
Yep. All right, so we'll go ahead and move on to your third place finisher, Jane Sadek. So Jane Sadek, you ready?
Yeah.
So yeah, you overall had probably maybe the best pace night, arguably with Dylan Fake, and yeah, but you fortunately just kind of got the strategy wrong. You went on a two-stop while everyone else tried a one-stop, and yeah, you still finished in third though. So yeah, just walk me through that race from your perspective, and what do you think could happen if you stayed on, if you did a one-stop instead of a two-stop?
I think the one stop would have been a lot better. I tried the two stop. I honestly thought the tire wear would be much higher. On the first stint, tire wear was pretty high, than more than I honestly thought it would be. So I thought the two stop would have been better. But near the end, I was gaining, but I just didn't not enough laps to gain. So
Yeah. So yeah, we have Imola coming up next. Do you think you can get your second win of the season in Imola?
um, hopefully. I mean, I like Imola. It's one of my favorite tracks. So we'll just see how that goes.
Yep. All right. We're gonna move on to your race winner, Dylan Thake. Your home race winner, Dylan Thake. So yeah, Dylan Thake, you ready?
I am. I am.
Yep. So first of all, congrats on your win.
Thank you.
Yeah, you had you pretty much were kind of just you had probably the best car tonight. You unfortunately had that moment though on lap one where you spun out in cops, but you were able to make up for it, and you were still able to come out with the race win. So yeah, great drive from you. But yeah, just talk me through that race from your perspective, and what was it like just rebounding from that mistake?
First of all, lovely to have you back. Missed you yesterday. Um, yeah, qualifying it was good. There was a lot left in the car. I messed up my last lap, so I only got 2 runs in, but can't complain. Got pole. And then yeah, start was good, and then cops turned up and just took a bit too much curb on the entry, and round she went. But then again, high wear wasn't too bad at all. The mediums were a little drastic, but managed to stretch them till lap 10, and then the hards were brilliant. They were stunning. So yeah, happy to go and get 2 race wins around my home track. I've walked it with my feet, so it was quite nice. But most
Yeah.
importantly, running the number 19 and the black and white helmet for the unfortunate passing of Danny and Argel. So glad to get the win for him. Yeah, just awful, but glad I got to do something with his number, so it was good.
Yeah. I had no idea you were running that number. Also, I knew Jonathan was running it, um, but yeah. Anyways, yeah, we have Imola coming up next. So, yeah, how do you think you'll do in Imola?
If it's anything like these last 2 races, expecting quite a bit to be fair, but obviously you never know how it goes. Imola's a good track, really nice to drive, so hopefully we can go 3 in a row. But most importantly, there's a championship to look at now. I've gained a couple points over the last 2 races, increased my total by 50. So we'll keep a short eye out. It's a very very difficult task. Obviously, Royce Crown's a very very fast driver, and he's always there, so it's going to take a lot. But hopefully we just have a good performance, keep it nice and clean, and yeah, job will be a good one.
Yep. All right. Well, thank you guys for racing. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do my outro. But yeah, see you guys. All right. So yeah, that will pretty much do it from Britain. We have Imola coming up next Friday to start the the Italy doubleheader. We'll have Monza after Imola, so should be pretty fun. Do not want to miss both Italian Grand Prix, and yeah, I'll start with Imola next week at 7:30 Eastern Time, 6:30 Central Time, and 4:30 Pacific Time. So, yep, be sure to tune into that, and yep, that will do it from me. So, yeah, this is Bryce Croft signing off from the